So today I learned about an approach to landing clients with Facebook ads. So I am a part of this Facebook group run by Michael Marciel, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. And he posted in the group today, basically just asking, what questions do you have? And it's all around online business. And I mentioned, I'm launching this course, I'm launching a new offering, and my biggest concern is securing a strategy for landing 3 to 4 new clients every single month consistently. Now I recognize that strategy is going to take a little bit of time to get into to get good, basically, but I want to start thinking about how best to do that and what I need to do and put into place and test in order to make that a possible thing. And he responded with basically saying, you should double down on Facebook groups, which I agree with. Hey, that's funny. You can see me in the background there. Basically saying you should double down on Facebook groups, which I agree with. The problem is that launching your own group takes a little bit of time to grow, which that by itself isn't an issue. It's just, if I want to, I want to have that as a long-term strategy while having something else as a more short-term strategy. How can I start to get these results in the next 30 days while building up this thing that will become a real driver in the next 90 days. And I always try to create strategies that focus it and sort of a short-term and long-term approach. So what can I do in the short term? Things like cold emailing, things like cold messaging, things like basically just hand-to-hand, one-to-one combat. What can I do in the short term that's going to allow me to start getting some dollars in the door and start to build up some momentum while putting those dollars and time towards building the longer term strategy? So the email list, the Facebook group, the content, that sort of thing. And he got back to me. He's like, something I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this is his words, is essentially, here's the strategy. So you join Facebook groups, or you don't really have to join Facebook groups. I added that. The goal is to start publishing content directly as a status update in Facebook. So make your status update, post a 300 to 500 word article as your status update around the thing you're doing. So my course is on podcasting for course creators, helping them launch a podcast to drive new customers into their courses, which is something I intend on doing with my own course. But of course, that is the long-term strategy. So helping them drive a new... Yeah, I'm in my office and a phone just rang. I've never once heard the phones ring in this office. That's interesting. So helping them drive new students into their courses using podcasts. And so what he was saying is I need to start publishing content to my personal page. And then anyone who engages with that content, these people are theoretically interested in learning a little bit more. I essentially just direct message those people. And so then the strategy is to continue growing your friends list. And I thought that was pretty novel. I thought that was an interesting approach. You have your friends list of people that, when you're growing a business account, aren't necessarily friends. They're just contacts, people that you can reach out to directly. And those people that they're seeing your statuses. There's virtually zero limitation on Facebook's side in terms of reach, unlike Facebook pages. And you're getting what amounts to nearly 100% reach. Anyone who engages becomes a prospect, so they're filtering themselves out. They're raising their hand by liking, by commenting to say, hey, I'm interested in this topic. And now you can direct message them and start a conversation, bring some value, and start the sales process. And I just thought this was so smart. So working it up for myself, I decided, I want to figure out how I can best utilize this strategy, and I had to figure out a couple things, like how am I constantly finding people to add to my friends list? How am I going about that? What's my approach essentially? but the basics were there. And so I decided to start using Facebook groups as the source of these prospects. So joining Facebook groups that are meant to help course creators and engaging in those communities, making posts, commenting, that sort of thing. And anyone who engages, anyone who can now recognize my name, I'm sending them a friend request. And then from that friend request, once I post my article driven content around how to launch a podcast, how to grow a podcast, how to set it up to be good, testimonials from my course, whatever it might be. Once I launch that, then those people will see it and they'll start to engage, and all of a sudden you've got some awesome conversations. Not to mention, by going through Facebook groups, the people who accept your friend request, that's a really good reason to just initially touch base with them and introduce yourself and have a conversation. So you'll get some interest that way as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you want to check out Michael's group, he's actually doing some really interesting things in there. It's called 5-Figure Work Week. I think it might be something that adds on to a course of his. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely look into it. I'll link to it in the description. It's called 5-Figure Work Week. And Michael's a good guy. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to build businesses, how to land clients, how to close deals and sell. And he's definitely someone that I'm looking forward to connecting further with and learning more from. But yeah, that is what I learned today. Hopefully this helps. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to get more just like this. I am on my journey. I am learning how to build a business. I'm learning how to improve my life. I'm learning how to manage my finances. I'm learning how to eat healthier. And I want to share all of those lessons learned with you, because we're all students, and I have no interest in being a guru or coach on any of these things. But if I'm learning something and it can benefit you, then I'm just going to give it all away right here. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.